It's my second blog entry, and God, I was just pretty sort of struck by how kind of serious, overly serious, and sort of I don't know, concerned I sounded in the first blog. Anyway, this is like, I think it's Friday afternoon, and we've sort of been here for a while, and I sort of, you know, while I'm not totally at ease with everything, I'm sort of definitely feeling sort of a bit more kind of comfortable with having a sort of notion of some beginnings in this place. So what's happened? I've lost my gold watch. It's not a really gold watch, it's a gold Casio watch. It's gone missing. Yesterday we climbed into the national park, up one of the really high sort of steep tracks, and Adam was kind of shooting off all over the place. I was right behind. Just confirmed how totally unfit I am. So we've sort of, in a way, because it's a holiday weekend, we've been experiencing the idea of being tourists here, which in a sense we kind of are, by kind of going out there and doing kind of activities in these beautiful hills. You can see mountains. And today, after a fantastic lunch, which I'm still slightly recovering from, we're basically strategizing. We've had various kind of conversations with sort of, you know, people in the community, and now we're starting to think of actually beginnings. How do we kind of, you know, take things forward? And I think there's an initial strategy idea that we will kind of try and talk over the motorbike that's coming, that we will sort of try and make contact with people by, you know, doing kind of cultural exchanges, so setting up cooking for people in the main market square, cooking sort of British and European dishes, setting up a kitchen, English lessons for some of the children. We've been swamped by kids, been followed by kids everywhere. It's the one and only time I'll ever live out a celebrity fantasy. So we're going to do English lessons for those sort of children in the school. They're very excited about that. And so they're kind of like initial projects to kind of get us involved in the community, get us meeting people, generating a sense of, you know, who we are and what we're doing here. But we've also been thinking about sort of medium to long-term projects in terms of actually what are the needs of the community and the eco-development company, and how we can develop sort of, you know, useful art strategies to try and fulfill those. So thinking about stunt art and destination art, spectacular things in the forest spectacles that will bring people from outside, but also engaged community projects that will involve, you know, the local public, the local community in activities as well. So that's kind of the starting point. And my initial project is, I'm going to be looking at the idea of these English lessons, and we were sort of talking about how we might use kind of folk tales and stories, because I mean, just from sort of talking to people, and our translator Jiang was sort of telling me about various stories to do with like the Chinese calendar and feast days, and so as an introduction we're gonna it's all a bit bizarre, we're gonna sort of present one of our own narratives, a play. We were gonna do like a kind of fairy story, but that somehow turned into a sci-fi thing, Star Trek. Anyway, whatever, it's fine, it's all good, and we will sort of present that in the English lesson, and as a way really of generating their stories, and look to using the English lessons to create some kind of performance play at the end. I can hear singing, it's amazing. He's singing in the distance. Been drumming as well. So that's kind of a way in, and part of that activity will involve mask making and puppets and kind of all these kind of various elements. And I'm sort of, I mean, other people are interested in other aspects. You know, the idea of kind of a folk museum, creating a kind of sort of garden space in some of the tower blocks that are over there. Thinking about kind of creating interesting interventions in the national park, in some of the forest trails, architectural interventions. So people have various kind of bits of interest that are being sort of drawn out. So it's kind of beginnings of things. I'm feeling sort of positive, about, being able to kind of develop something. Anyway, blog number 2. Anyway, keep posted, and yeah, mist, mountains, fantasticness. Yeah.